Hi, this is Chris from Monkey Nut, and we are at CRE 2024 in Milton Keynes, and I'm delighted to be joined by Oliver from Fuller's Finer Furniture. Hi, Oliver, how are you?
Hi, I'm great, thank you. Yeah, nice to be here.
It's really great to have you here. Tell me about CRE. How long have you been coming for? Because we were just talking a little bit before.
Yeah.
You sound like you guys are veterans. How long have you been coming to CRE for?
So as a company, we've been coming since 1997.
Wow.
So yeah, it's quite an important part of our business to be here. Because as we're furniture makers, we don't actually have a shop. So this is literally our shop window.
Oh, wow. So CRE is really, really important for you then?
Yeah, it's massive.
Wow. So let's just explain what you guys do, because you don't have a shop.
No.
You make bespoke furniture for churches.
Yeah.
That's really, really interesting. How long have you been making furniture for?
So as a company, we've been trading 40 years next year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We're going to try and make a bit of a thing about it. And yeah, we've been trading 40 years, and it's all bespoke furniture, like I said. So it's all made to order. So we literally see it from the start right to the end with the customer. We see the whole process from design to delivery.
Wow. Tell me about some of the bespoke things that you're making, because I guess everything's going to be different. I mean, that's the word bespoke, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
So tell me about some of the strange or unusual things that you have made for churches or clients.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously we do a lot of the standard stuff, sort of like lecterns, altar tables, communion tables, that sort of thing. But then we get to do a lot of different stuff. We get to sort of do built-in cabinets in a lot of churches, units, do quite a few AV cabinets as well, which we work with. A lot of the AV companies are actually exhibiting here.
Oh, I was going to say, because obviously we are now in a world of technology. I guess as a company, you've kind of had to evolve as well.
We have, yeah. I mean, one of the main things we've had to sort of change is how we design. So as it's a family business, my dad started the company, and he would mainly do everything by pen and paper for the design work, whereas now we use sort of CAD. So everything is all computerized, and it's so much easier because when customers come back and say, can we change this, can we change that, I mean, snap of your fingers, we can change it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it's so helpful.
So if I was to hire you guys, let's say my imaginary church, are you guys going to come out and spend lots of time with me and kind of figure out exactly what goes where? Are you looking to kind of put in added little extras? How does it work?
Yeah, so a massive part of our company is the fact that we like to have a one-on-one relationship with a customer. And the first process is to go and visit the church or the client, and we'll have a good meeting with them or their committee, and we'll have a really good discussion about what it is they want. And also it helps to be able to see the building, because there's no point designing a piece of furniture that's not going to be in situ or look right in the building. So it's really important to sort of get to know the client, get to know the building it's going to be in, and then we can sort of head back to the workshops and offices and sort of start the process from there.
That's really important. And how much of your work is, I suppose, coming in from the local companies? How much of the local area are you including when you go out and do a design? Because it's important, because obviously a church is at the heart of a community.
Yeah.
And then by the sounds of things, you're trying to use local companies as well. How much of the local trade is important to you and your family business?
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, obviously we have to order crazy amounts of timber. And so we supply all of our timbers from merchants that are within like sort of 30-mile radius of our workshops. And then again, it's reliant on what the job is. So, I mean, if there needs to be metalwork involved, there needs to be glass. We use sort of companies that can do that, but again, all within sort of 30-mile radius.
That really helps with sustainability. It's a hard word, isn't it? The
It is.
sustainability issue, doesn't it? And around that, if someone wants something really, really intricate, are you able to really hone in on those specialist designs, or do you have to call someone in to help you? Have you got all the specialists in-house?
No. So we were able to do sort of wood carving and all. So I don't know if you know it, but the Salvation Army, I'm sure they'll have a stand here. Their logo is ridiculously intricate. There's so many different parts of it. And a couple of times we've actually had to hand carve the logo, and sort of 500 mil size logo. So we do have the ability to sort of go from like a very straightforward piece of furniture to a very nice carved piece of intricate design work.
Wow. And how much of it is done by hand? Because a lot of things now are done by a machine.
Yeah.
Now, you said to me before we started this that you oversee a lot of the workshop.
Yeah.
Is a lot of what's happening done by hand, or is it done by machine? Is it a combination of the two?
So we don't use anything like CNCs or anything like that. So when it's down to sort of wood carving, all that is all done by a chisel and mallet by hand.
Wow.
However, we do obviously use machines for like cutting and planing and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's a nice mixture, but technically it is all made by hands in-house.
That's really cool. I really, really admire things like that. And of course, in the Bible, we know of a very famous carpenter, of course. How important is faith within the organization?
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, we're a Christian-based company. And I think that's actually really helped us with being able to work so closely with churches, because we understand how they work, what their expectations are. Whereas I think it can be quite hard if you don't really have that, don't have the knowledge there. It can be quite hard to sort of work closely with them to sort of really understand what it is they're looking for.
You said you mentioned you're nearly 40 years old. It's happening next year.
Yeah.
Have you got anything planned for your 40th anniversary?
We are looking at things at the moment. I won't give too much away.
Oh, come on, give me one thing.
Well, there might be a big party. Who knows?
Very nice.
But yeah, so we're looking at, it'll definitely be for charity as well. We have quite a close connection with the charity Children's Hospice Southwest. And so definitely it'll be something towards that. And we'll make a thing of it.
Oh, and do you do a lot of? We've spoken a lot about churches and the things you're doing with churches.
Yeah.
Are you working outside of that church sphere as well?
Yeah, I mean, I would say 95% of what we do is churches, but then we also have clienteles that are sort of private clients. We work in houses, hotels. I mean, a couple of years ago we did a job for the University of Manchester. We've done Bloxham School. So some really nice places as well, because all these places need bespoke furniture.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're talking furniture here.
Yeah.
You've spoken about cabinets. Are we extending things to like tables and chairs? Is it anything that you can think of that you make out of wood? Yeah.
So I mean, we do make things like chairs and tables. However, we don't make sort of batch chairs. So we're not the company that you come to get 200, 300, 400 chairs. We'll make sort of a nice set of 7 or 6 or whatever. I mean, again, it's bespoke, isn't it? So
absolutely. They're really, really kind of detailed, important things. And I guess they're kind of celebratory pieces, really. If you put something like that on display in a church, it's it's had that sort of hand finish to it. It gives it that little extra something, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's definitely special to have sort of something where, and it's also nice to include sort of personal touches as well. Like if they've, again, I go back to sort of where the piece of furniture is going to be placed. If there's a church with sort of Gothic arches and lots of sort of different shades of colours within the furniture that's already there, we'll try and incorporate all that. So like, almost so you walk in and go, oh, I didn't even notice it was there, but now I know. It's like, wow.
Oh, that sounds incredible. Well, thank you so much for coming in and talking to us. If somebody wants to find out more about you, where's the best place to find you online?
So we've got a Facebook page, which is under Fuller's Finer Furniture. And then we've also got a website, which is www.fullersfinerfurniture.co.uk. And then on there we've got everything we do. We've got loads and loads of pictures of stuff we've made in the past. We've got all our contact details, and be able to get hold of us quite easily.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much for popping by. And if you want to find out more about any of the exhibitors here at CRE 2024, or perhaps you want to look ahead to next year and book yourselves in, or even go back into the past and look at who's been here, make sure you check out the website. It's creonline.co.uk.